Hello.
How are you?
Surprise.
Been a little while.
It's been a little while, and I'm going to jump on my Facebook and share this.
I think I'm going to do the same.
But we are live right now, and we feel like we don't know what we're doing all over again. So we're just going to give this a minute here. And, I can't share. Oh, there. Maybe I can share it there. How do you share this now? Do you know how?
I don't know.
You haven't gotten there either?
I'm trying to figure out how to share.
This is not a very good start off, guys.
Yes, it is. It's
sorry.
perfect. It's perfect for us to start off like this.
Okay. Fumbling around?
Fumbling around, yes. Trying to figure out how to share it, and we might not be able to share until it's completely done.
Oh, no, here it is. I found it.
Where'd you find it?
I found it. I'm good. I shared it.
I'm
see if
going
he
to
can
give her the computer, and then we will let her share.
Okay. So what are we going to talk about? We have so
much
to
we can
talk
talk about. So much. We can talk about my new hairstyle. I'm trying to get a little bit different. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little bit of a bald spot in the back, so I'm trying to get it back to cover that up. I hope it works. We'll see.
So,
Beard's a little grayer than last time. Yeah.
Just so you know, Craig has been wanting to grow his hair out
For a long time.
And I have always discouraged it. I even got his hairdresser on board with me to discourage him from cutting his hair or from letting it grow. But
part of it's your fault.
Part of it is my fault.
Because you always talk about my bald spot.
I don't always talk about it.
You're telling that my bald spot was getting bigger, bigger. So
no, I don't always talk about it.
I finally took a picture with my phone and noticed it, and then I'm like, no. It's got to be. It's got to be. Now you hear us in the background. You got to pause that.
I know. I was trying to reply to comments. We have comments already.
Oh, goodness.
Vic Knights is commenting. Stacy Kinsling is commenting. So I was trying to hit reply, and then it goes to that.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I will try to reply on a different.
So yes, it's her fault that I'm going with this hairstyle because I'm trying to stop the bald spot that she's always talking about. I never noticed it. I never looked at the back of my head, but the more she talked about it, finally, I took a picture of my phone and then I saw it. So I'm trying to eliminate that.
I didn't talk about it very often.
You would think I would be more secure than that, but I'm just not. I
didn't talk about it hardly at all.
Yes.
It was more that he would ask me, and I would say, yes, there is a bald spot.
No.
He would brag about how he doesn't have any gray hair. And
I would brag about that.
And I would tell him
and how soft my hair is. Yeah, how soft it is, yes. So.
But yes, he's growing it out. He wants to look like Fabio.
No, I don't. Not Fabio.
No, that's what you told me originally.
Like Kurt Russell, somebody like that.
Okay.
Like Kurt Russell and Santa Claus. You know what I mean? When he played Santa Claus, I'd like to look, like that. The flowing.
Well, you're getting the whole Santa Claus vibe with the great.
I just got that trimmed. Yeah. And Jamie does an excellent job.
Oh my word. Jamie DeWolf does a great job on Craig's
Phenomenal
beard.
with my beard.
The one time he came back and I'm like, it was a little too poofy like this. So I said, next time just ask him to shave it in. And he did. And it looks great.
Yeah, Jamie, he's an artist with a at the barbershop.
A couple of updates. This is where Craig's recliner used to sit, and we upgraded recently.
We did.
To this love seat. We did it partially because the recliner was falling apart.
I had fixed it in ways that you probably should not fix furniture several times.
He tried so
and it
hard.
got to the point where it was just breaking every other day, so I had to get rid of it. Just had to.
So we went back and forth about whether to get 2 new recliners or to go with the love seat.
She always says that I don't talk to her enough at night and stuff, so now we got the love seat, so we're right beside each other.
So we're actually bought the love seat to save our marriage.
Yes, we'll say that.
Yes, because he was ignoring me so much. But now, because I used to sit over across the room there, and he would sit over here, and he would be on his, conspiracy or his football or whatever he was doing over here, and I was watching TV usually. And so now I get to sit beside him. But what I'm finding is he doesn't really want me to sit beside him because he keeps leaving
Stop.
empty soda bottles
I got a full
in
one
my
here.
seat.
I got a full one
But they
here.
often are in my seat. So when I come to sit down, I have to move empty soda bottles first.
I really think that Diet Cherry Pepsi should sponsor me because I go through like 8 a day. So they probably should sponsor me.
But if you really wanted me to sit next to you, you would leave the spot open so I could just sit down. Instead, no.
I'm going with the
Empty soda
rebellion.
bottles.
I'm going with the rebellion, and this is why. Okay? I feed the dog. I clean up after the dog. I do everything for the dog.
I didn't know we were switching to the
We
dog so quickly.
sit on the love seat, and who does he always go and cuddle with? Not me. With Tanya. Every time. Even now. So, yes, a little bit of rebellion, probably.
Craig, takes care of the dog. This is true. But I do, too, once in a while. But he honestly does take care of the dog more than I do. But it's very true. If I sit down, the dog wants to cuddle with me.
I probably
But
shouldn't even
the dog also goes to bed when I go to bed, not when you go to bed. Like,
Right.
I go to bed at 9:30. Craig doesn't come to bed till 11:30 or 12. And Shadow, he wants to go to bed when I go to bed. So that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So, lots of things we can talk about. We got new deck coming on the house. We've been watching the girls' Little League softball. They've been playing awesome.
They've been doing amazing.
We combined with another church, which has been really exciting. One of the things that we really should talk about, is this is the first summer that we actually were home together because
Yes.
I work the Kent School District. She works for the Troy School District. So we are home together now, which has been exhausting. I'm going to be honest. We have cleaned out the shed. We've cleaned out the basement.
I was waiting to see what he
said. But I feel like we've made a lot of progress. I can't complain about it because I actually do feel good about everything that we got done.
So do you actually like it or you don't like it? That's what I'm trying to clarify.
I like it. And to be honest, I'm probably in better shape this summer than I have the last couple summers.
Yes.
So I feel better working on the stuff. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I feel like physically I can handle it better.
Gotcha.
So,
But
yes.
no, we have been cleaning out. I
lot.
told him...
We've been to the dump like 6 times.
I told him we're going to clean out like we're moving, but we're not moving.
Right.
But it's like this. Things get piled up in your basement or in your carport. So honestly, this started off with us cleaning out the carport because we're putting a deck on and we're going to be accessing the deck through the carport.
Right.
So we wanted to clear it off and make space and stuff like that. So I started with that. And then it moved to, we have 2 sheds. I call one a barn and a shed just to verify which one we're talking about. But they're really
the
both
bigger
sheds.
one she calls the barn. It's the farm
it's
girl
not,
in her.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Anyway, so we started cleaning those out, which was so much fun because now where his lawnmower is all of his gardening supplies are in there. We got those all in one location now, so you don't have to hunt around for stuff like that.
Right.
And the barn, which is really a shed, but I call it the barn, is almost completely cleaned out.
It is.
There's basically wood in there, and then we put the kids' toys in there, and that's about it. And the carport still has stuff in it because it keeps being our landing zone. But then so we did the carport and the 2 sheds.
Right.
And then he started on the basement.
I did.
Yeah. And I wasn't planning to start on the basement. He started on it, which is very unusual because I'm usually the cleaner outer.
Correct.
He's not. He's usually this is dumb. I just want to sit on the couch and watch YouTube. I don't want to get up and do stuff kind of guy all summer.
What?
Yes.
Are you seriously? You're calling me out on this?
It's true. I'm speaking truth. I'm not lying.
That's true. No, but we have done a lot of cleaning and it's felt pretty good.
It feels great. We didn't just take stuff to the dump though. We sold stuff online as people have been seeing. We took stuff to a yard sale. We've donated stuff. So it's not like we're just throwing everything out. We recycled a bunch of cardboard.
We did a lot.
We had basically a truckload
And we
of cardboard.
burned a lot of garbage.
We did.
You know what's very hard to sell that we haven't been able to sell?
Tires.
I've got like top of the line
do you sell
tires.
tires?
Like top of the line tires that were like one winter season. But I'm assuming it's the size of them because they're 15-inch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the size might be difficult, but I'm, for like trying to get rid of them forever. I mean, selling them like dirt cheap and nobody wants them.
I know.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So.
I vividly remember having a tire swing, so maybe we should turn 2 of them into. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was a good idea.
My tree's not big enough.
No, not in the tree, under the deck.
Oh, we could
do a tire swing under the deck.
It's a possibility.
So I'm just putting my reading glasses on because yes, I'm that old, and I had to ditch my contacts that had the readers in the bottom, which I'm not happy about, but I had to go back to just regular contacts. So now I need glasses. So I was going to read some of your comments and see if anybody had any questions. And thank you guys all for watching. So Stacy says she can hear us. Vic says glad we're back. Sean says grow it long or shave it. So he was talking about your beard.
No, he's not.
don't?
He's not. He's talking about because I have the bald spot.
Oh,
so
okay.
he chose shave it.
Gotcha.
I'm attempting to grow out. If I can't
Gotcha.
grow out, then it might be shave.
Well,
we don't want to shave my beard because I look like I'm about 12. It's pretty bad. I mean,
kids do not want to see that.
Yeah,
it's
bad. It's bad.
So Vic says bald is beautiful. Bettina says she wants more of Craig's brain teasers.
Ooh, we haven't done those in a while.
No.
Yeah.
And then Sean said if you grow the beard too, you will fit in with the Robertsons Duck Dynasty.
Oh, Duck Dynasty.
Very true.
Yeah.
Angie says, ask me sometime why I stopped drinking Pepsi. Oh boy. And then Jamie Schwartzentruber, there we go. I even pronounced it correctly.
You did.
Says hi.
Hello.
Yes, Angie, I am completely bummed that I can't wear bifocal contacts anymore. I may go back to them. So I have been still having dizzy spells since we went on the cruise last June. So I've been trying to come up with different things that may have still been causing it. And my bifocal contacts was one of the things that I thought maybe was still causing it. So I went back to regular, but I'm still having it. So I am just going to maybe go back to the bifocal contacts the next time I get some, because wearing glasses or trying to find reading glasses whenever I go to read something is a really big pain in the butt. You don't deal with this.
And to be honest, like if you leave them laying around, the grandkids are very good at finding things like that.
These have such bad fingerprints on them from Hazel. Hazel loves to grab my
She does.
Glasses.
She does.
It's bad. She just...
Yeah.
We will try not to talk too much about our grandchildren just because, like...
We love our grandchildren.
We love them very much, but they are busy kids.
Busy.
They are busy.
Well, it's not that they're busy. We're older.
No,
our
they
kids
are busy children.
They are busy.
They are busy children. They do not sit still. They don't.
They don't.
They are busy children, and I love that.
I do too.
I love that.
I do too.
But they.
Yeah, this morning after I went over to my sons this morning, and when I was leaving, they were like, "Puppy, can you play with us?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're melting my heart right now." But yes, I had to.
So let's segue that into, we went to the girls softball all-star.
So we're jumping right from this to girls softball.
Well, because it's kid related.
Okay.
So we go to the girls. Help me out. The girls district softball.
15 all-star. They are in the championship game now.
But it's 11 and 12-year-old girls. Okay.
11 and 12.
So it gets
I'm just gonna say Bob came back.
Yes, it did.
Bob came back.
So
this is Bob, okay? When I watch something, I don't have anybody in the game at all. I have the kids that I had at school.
He has 6th grade kids that he taught, that he has like a teacher-student relationship
But I am
with.
a nervous wreck watching this. It's extra innings, and I'm a nervous wreck. And Tanya looks over, and my head is doing and she's like, "Your head is bobbing." I'm like, "There's nothing I can do about it." I get so nervous.
Not just was your head bobbing, like you were intensely watching. He was getting nervous.
I was into the game.
And I said to him, "How are you going to handle the grandchildren playing?" Like, it's
going to be tough. I'm telling you, it's going to be real tough.
I don't know how we're going to do it. I think we're going to probably end up medicating you, like, before you go.
Man.
Like, I think that's the only way that you're going to make it through
I'm gonna have
any
to.
of the
I'm gonna
grandchildren,
have to
'cause
help
he's already
coach.
talking.
I'm gonna have to help coach because if I'm a fan in the stands, it's not gonna be good. It's not. I'm just that way.
Mr. Coach, who has coached for years and years and years, I'm like, maybe we'll get a little reprieve from the coaching.
No,
it's not going to happen. You mark my words. Paisley, Hudson, Hazel will have Poppy coaching at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, these girls are doing amazing.
Amazing.
These girls are doing amazing. They were tied. They stayed cool as cucumbers.
They did.
They had the bases loaded in the end of the 6th inning. And they didn't score, so they went into overtime.
And it
then
looked like they were going to score,
inning,
and they didn't. But they didn't, blow up after that. They came out, played good defense, and then scored in the. And
then they scored at the end of the 7th. Same thing, bases loaded, and they end up scoring. So tomorrow night they play again at 4 in Wellsboro
for the championship.
For the championship district game.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
Which, if you didn't know, Craig coached our boys in baseball and was in that position multiple times.
Yeah. Trevor's team won the district at 9 and 10. First ones ever to do it for baseball. 9 and 10. They won at 11, 12, and then
13 and 14.
Had to come back through the losers bracket and won at 13 and 14.
Yeah.
So
and Connor's teams were in that.
They were
right
in
there. That district final game several times. They just never
couldn't
actually
beat Potter
went
McKean.
through with that.
Yeah.
That was a horrible. We're not going to go there.
No, we're not. It was a long trip from Potter McKean when we lost. It was
a long trip home, and it just about broke our marriage.
I was miserable. Yeah, I was miserable.
Yeah, because he gets super nervous.
Yeah,
I do not.
Right, I do.
I do not get nervous. I want my children to do well when they're playing. Like it's not that I don't want things to go well. I don't get nervous. There's a lot of moms that do. There's a lot of moms that are pacing. They're doing whatever they're doing, but
But you didn't.
When I get nervous, bad things happen.
But you didn't compete much. I mean, you did cheerleading, but you didn't compete much in sports.
I'm not a competitive person.
But I'm saying people who have competed, they get more nervous because they get back to those times when they play. Mentally, it just makes them more nervous, I think, because they just have a competitiveness to them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But watching, okay, sorry.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I watched the girls early on in All Stars.
Yes.
They were good. I watched them the last few times. They're better. They are. Part of it's experience. Part of it's coaching. I'm going to tell you, their coaches. I'm impressed.
Their coaches are good.
I know Jimmy Pepper. I know Ryan Benoit. They are excellent coaches. They study the game. They know the game. They're great coaches. I don't know the other coaches well. This is actually the first time I've seen this guy. Barry seems to be a good motivator for the kids. But no, I think they have an excellent group of coaches, and they've gotten better. When you coach a team, what you want to see is improvement through the season, and I definitely can see improvement with these girls.
Yeah,
definitely. Offensively, defensively, pitching, everything. Yeah.
So the first game we went to, we had the twins with us, so I did not get to watch.
They were playing on the playground. They were running the bases on the other field.
Like I said, we have busy grandchildren. And then the second game, I did get to watch the Troy Canton game, which was an interesting game for me to watch because I knew some of the girls on the Troy team and I knew some of the girls on the Canton team, so that was really cool. Right. And then we went to Wellsboro, and I didn't know anybody from Towanda, so so I've gotten to see two and a quarter.
And to be honest,
2 games. I was at 3 games, but I really didn't.
To be honest, we've talked about Canton having good coaches. I'm going to tell you what, Troy and Towanda have good coaches as well. Yes. These girls are coached well. Towanda, boy, they can run the bases. I'm telling you, they're really good. And Troy's just solid all around. I mean, all those teams have excellent coaches.
Yeah. They're very good. They're very good.
They are.
Do we want to talk about the debate the other night, or do you don't want to go politics?
I don't know. What do you do? You want to jump into that already?
I don't know. We're already 17 minutes in, so.
Well, how long do we go? What is our time limit? We should ask them. What's our time limit?
I think we only go like 20, 30 minutes.
I don't know.
So I think if you want to talk politics, you probably should quick.
I don't really know if I want to. I don't like talking politics as much anymore. But this is my take from the debate. I expected Biden to come out like he did, President Biden, to come out like he did on the State of the Union, okay? I don't know what's adrenaline, if it's, a drug they give him or something, but he's a little more hyper, a little more active. I could tell when he was walking out on stage and he was more lethargic and slow and stuff, which we're more used to seeing. I kind of wondered if he was set up for failure. I'm going to be honest with you. I wonder if he was. I wonder if they're trying to get it out there that he probably is not capable of doing another term, and they're trying to get somebody else in, and they're trying to do it by, which is sad. I think they're trying to do it by showing his mental decline. And I don't like that. I feel like they haven't. I mean, I don't agree with the majority of his policies, but I don't like the way it's being approached. I don't. And I also didn't like that John F. Kennedy Jr. wasn't in the debate, because I think he's got some stuff to offer.
What did you like? You talked about what you didn't like.
Trump was.
Let's talk about the positive.
Trump was more presidential. He didn't go into. There could have been times where he could have really, really buried Biden. I mean,
I was actually really proud of former President Trump.
Yeah.
I was really proud that he didn't interrupt. I was proud that he tried.
I like the format too.
I didn't like that he didn't stay with the topic. He would bounce. They would ask him the question. He didn't.
But they're always trying. They're always trying to, and it happens in every debate. They try to go back and answer a previous question after they've already gone on, because they want to give, more information. Some of it's probably a time limit, things like that. Some good things were discussed. Do you really know a lot more about the candidates after the debate? No, not really. Having it so early, I think probably they wanted to see.
Is it early?
The last time they had a presidential election, I think they started in September with debates.
Yeah, but they did like 3 of them.
But it's usually not till after the conventions too, and they haven't had a convention yet. That's why I'm thinking that maybe they're trying to.
Interesting. I liked not having the audience. That was something I liked. I liked that there wasn't those interruptions of laughter or booing or cheering or whatever. You just could, like.
I wanted my emotions out of it, and why I wanted my brain to be able to listen and work through things. So I liked the format better. I'm surprised that. That's another thing that makes me think they were trying to show this out, because usually if you have Fox, then they're going to try to catch the Democrat. If they have CNN, they're going to try to catch the Republican. I don't really like, how the moderators usually act in these things. These guys were different in this one. So I think that they were just trying to give America a clear look at who was running for office.
Yeah. Sean said it was the earliest multi-party debate ever.
I think it was. I mean,
I didn't know that.
And I think there's a reason behind it. I think there's an agenda behind it. I think there is. Did it help Trump having the debate? No.
You don't think so?
Not at all. He was already ahead in the
I think it did.
Well, he was already ahead in the.
My opinion, but.
He was already ahead in the polls.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he really didn't even need to debate, to be honest with you. And if they do switch out Biden, somebody might have a better chance of beating Trump. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think it helped him. Definitely didn't help Biden. So yeah. Okay, that's my gist on politics. We'll see what happens after the conventions and things like that.
When are the conventions? Sorry.
I don't know. They're coming up here in a little bit. I want to say this.
Over the summer, or
it's
not
in
till
July,
fall?
sometime in July, okay. I believe. Yeah.
Gotcha. So.
But I definitely do not like the way that they are using the law to try to destroy the other political opponent. It's ridiculous what they're doing with that. It's just it's ridiculous. If you want to beat them, then beat them at the polls. Don't.
Sean said after Biden's. So Grant Morgan says, I think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. might benefit the most.
He probably would, to be honest with you.
And then
There
Sean
might
said
be.
he thinks Biden's performance, I think more Dems are going to vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
They probably
might
will.
switch to him.
The Democratic Party doesn't really want him in though, because there are some things that they don't like about him.
Oh, okay.
Probably a lot of it has to do with, and a lot of it has to do with, unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with the money that comes in from like pharmaceutical companies and things like that. You know what I mean? Gotcha. RFK is big against like vaccines and things like that. He's not an anti-vaxxer, but there's certain things that, he follows, science about it. And
gotcha.
So there's people that don't like him. Do I think he would be a good candidate? Sure, I think he would be a good guy. I think, he's an older school Democrat. He's not as progressive.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that him on the debate stage would have benefited him and the country probably.
But that's probably why they didn't put him on there, right? Because it would have benefited
well,
him.
they like the two-party system, and they just want to keep it a two-party system.
Yeah.
And he's a third candidate, so third-party candidate.
Yeah.
So no, so that's about.
Usually, the third party pulls votes from one or the other, and then
usually
the other one ends up winning. Does that make sense?
Usually it's been the Republican. I'm not sure this time who it's going to pull from, to be honest with you. It might pull more from the Democrats because he's more of a Democrat.
Sure.
It depends on who they decide they want to put in as a candidate. I don't know. So I've tried not to talk about politics too much.
No,
just because you're not going to change anybody's mind, and people are going to get annoyed with you, and you're going to get annoyed with them, and it didn't really get me anywhere.
So Tyler says, truthfully, I don't think this particular debate is going to help or hurt either candidate because it happened so early. Most voters will forget about the performance by the time by the time they head to the polls in November.
I didn't
realize it was so early.
I don't think it was about that. I think it was more about, do they put another candidate in?
Right.
That's that. I think that was more about that.
And you think that's coming?
I think it is. I think that the debate would have been structured much differently if that wasn't the case. I think that they did that intentional to get a feel of how bad it would be with President Biden and try to nudge somebody else in there if it turned out really bad. I think that's what they did.
I mean, truthfully, nobody wants someone that's struggling mentally to be our president.
Yeah, I honestly feel bad for the guy. I think that I honestly think he's being used right now, and I honestly do feel bad for him. It's, you know what I mean? People,
my grandfather had dementia, I
don't know if it's dementia.
Sad.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say
I'm not saying that
I'm
not saying Biden does.
But
I'm
you can just
saying,
see that he's getting elderly and he's not as quick thinking and things like that. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's being used, and I just don't like how it's been done. So that's just my opinion.
Okay.
So
we are around 25, 30 minutes. Do we want to?
Well, it's the first night. We could probably go longer. So.
Okay.
What else do we got? I mean,
what else do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Let's move on from that.
Okay, let's talk about the church merge.
Okay.
We go to Impact Church. We changed our name from.
If you're going to
Lighthouse.
talk about the merge, I think you have to talk about the names before the merge.
The names before were Building 103 and Lighthouse, and there was some talk on hey, if we could get together and bring some like minds together and maybe do more in God's kingdom together as a group, that it would be a good thing. And you always get nervous about stuff like that, but it's worked out really well.
I have gone to church my whole life, and I've never heard of a church merger. I've
It's
heard
usually
of
a split.
church
It's usually
splits.
a split, right?
So this was my first experience even hearing about a merger, and so I I wasn't sure how it was going to go, truthfully. We were approached about it probably around the first of the year, probably November, December last year. And it was finalized in February. And I am like in shock and awe at how smoothly it has gone. Yeah. It has gone very smoothly. The biggest hurdles are parking. Which, if you drive through Canton on a Sunday morning, that's very obvious. And we're kind of crowded in that building. Like, let's be honest. We're kind of...
Certain days a little more than others. Yes. You know what I mean?
Over the summer here, it's been less because...
People are on vacation, things like that.
But the good things that have come is they have amazing people. And they've integrated, and we've integrated with them very well. And it's just really cool. We have so many more children, and I love that.
I do too.
And they make noises, and I love that. But it's okay. I just love seeing all the kids. I love seeing. I can't wait to watch all these kids grow up.
Yeah.
And of course, that's part of me and my heart, and like, you know, just that mama heart in me. So it's been really cool. And so now the new name is Impact, and that's going to bring a lot of other new changes as well. And so we're excited and honored, and it's just been really cool to watch the process and see it all.
And our youth group has been called Impact for a while.
Right.
And,
I'm going to try to turn this light on. I know
Tanya's going to.
It's not going to turn on.
It's not good. That's all right. We don't need it.
I feel like we got a little dark on you guys,
but the name Impact is because we want to make an impact. You know, as a church, we want to make an impact in our community, in our country, in our region, and that's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lighthouse. You know, I think that name was there because, you know, you wanted to be a shining light on a hill that people. But I think it's more than that now. I think the state that our country is in, you want to have people that are going to go out and you're going to make an impact in the community. You're going to try to bring people together, communities together, bring values to the forefront with the kid. We talked about the kids. I mean, we don't want to lose another generation of kids. We want to raise them up with the family values that are important, and the Christian values that are important. And I think we got a lot of great people in our church to do that. And the surrounding churches too. I mean, I'm not just going to toot the horn for our church. I love our church, but there's other great churches in the area as well. So, yeah.
Okay. Do we want to talk about TV shows we've been watching?
Oh my goodness, do we?
We'll just talk a little bit about it.
Okay. So what's our new favorite now?
Well, we just finished Bridgerton.
No, that's not one of our favorites, though. Bridgerton's okay.
So I waited till the second half of the third season came out before we even started watching it, because I had seen online that they stopped it abruptly or something. So I'm like, I'm not even going to have him watch it until they have all of the episodes. So.
And I watched.
He kind of watched it.
I watched it while I was doing stuff on the computer. So yeah.
I like Bridgerton. I like the Victorian age.
What is our favorite one right now?
Our favorite one is Traitors.
Traitors.
And it's on Peacock. And we've watched the American version, the New Zealand version, and the Australian version, and the English version. Isn't there an England?
Yes.
Yes. So we might be slightly obsessed.
Oh, it's awesome.
And if you don't know do you want to tell them about the premise? It's a reality TV show, which we tend to get into more than regular TV shows. We like Survivor, Big Brother. I like the challenge. You kind of like the challenge. He doesn't love Survivor anymore because he feels like they never really vote the true survivor anymore. So that's a whole nother topic. We might get into that.
Some of the best Survivor people were not voted as the winner in the end, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be honest.
It all stems back to Russell.
It does. Russell was the best survivor ever. Not even close. Ever. And he never won it. That's ridiculous. But anyway.
So anyway, the Traitors. I don't know. Did we first? We must have started watching it on Hulu because that's
we did not.
But we didn't order Peacock. I don't think until. Okay, explain.
I ordered Peacock.
Okay.
Because the Olympic trial wrestling was on Peacock, and I wanted to see the Olympic trials in wrestling. And to be honest, there's a lot of good shows for the grandkids, and we
Yes.
found Traders, and we actually like Peacock, to be honest with you.
Yes.
And it wasn't that expensive.
So Traders, what they do is they bring like 20 people to a
Right.
castle in Scotland, and
well, not for every show. For
yeah,
the
they use that same castle
they
almost
did not
each
for
time.
no, they didn't for the Australia and New
No,
Zealand.
they
They
didn't.
did for
You're
the
right.
American and the British.
And the British.
Right.
Yes, you're
but
right.
they pick 3 people to be traders, and what they do is they are able to
Murder.
well, they say execute, but they're just taking people out of the game. So they vote on people to take out of the game, and then people are trying to figure out who the traders are.
So it's kind of like a
It is.
whodunit kind of a thing.
But some of these people are just. The worst one was Australia. It's how do you not know who these
The
traders
best
are? It's
ones were New
obvious.
Zealand.
New Zealand figured out
the
quick.
traders like every single time.
Yeah.
And we started with the American version, so we didn't even like really get into the strategy of it all until like we were kind of into New Zealand probably, or the
Right.
English one maybe. But anyway, if you've never watched it, look it up. It's really cool. But also, we keep adding these streaming things, and now I feel like we're up to what we were with cable before.
I don't even know how we added Paramount. It just showed up on our TV. I don't know.
I think Amazon just did it. I think I don't know.
I don't know.
know.
Somehow we got Paramount.
You must have signed up for
So we went
free
through
subscription.
93 and 1923. So we went through
1860. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Right? Are we done with the one? Yeah, we just got done with that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, we do have a lot of them. But
The Yellowstone trilogy of like the Yellowstone and then 1863 and 1923,
those, yeah.
I think it is. We went through all of those. Yeah. And
back to the traders for just a second.
yes. Oh no, it's
Our favorite. One thing that I
we're sad it's over.
do not like about the American traders is they have all the reality stars on
Yes.
there. I want to see everyday people. I want to see Craig and Tanya in this. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see
the other countries just use regular people.
Sometimes they do.
they did have some celebrities too, but we just didn't know who they were because we aren't. Yeah. But the U.S. version, it's all like, Survivor people, Big Brother people, Challenge people, people we kind of knew them because we kind of watched those
Housewives
shows.
of somewhere. And
Yes, we don't watch that. I've never watched that.
I don't want to see reality stars except on a reality show. Just give me normal people in something like The Traders. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
Yeah.
So, it's one of our favorites.
Yes. Is that it then?
Well, the only other big news we got other big news. We got a lot of big news, but the deck. We're finally putting a deck on.
I've wanted a deck on this house since we bought it.
Yeah.
And we're finally pulling the trigger.
Might be a little small.
No.
But
we go big.
yeah,
Like, we
it's
can't
pretty
just
big.
do stuff.
I looked outside and I'm like, ooh, it doesn't look as big painted on the ground as it does when the structure starts to go up. Yeah, it's going to be a big deck.
It's very big.
It is.
It's very exciting for us because we've been wanting it, and it kind of all came together.
It did.
The builder that it had availability, and we finally honed in on design because we had multiple different designs that we didn't know what we wanted to do. We talked about bringing a deck all the way around the house. We talked about just putting it off this side. We talked about putting it off that side. We ultimately decided to put it on the carport side so we can use the carport as a covered patio and we don't have to put up another roof.
So I can sit in the shade.
Yes.
And Tanya can sit in the sun. So, yes.
But in the morning, when I go out to have my coffee on the deck,
shaded.
it is shaded. So I'll probably need a sweatshirt and a blanket.
You'll need a blanket, and I will be in a t-shirt. Probably fine.
Are you going to come out and have coffee?
I'm not going to have coffee, but I might come out and listen to the birds.
That's a whole nother thing. Okay, we
yeah.
aren't going to go there today.
Okay, we'll bring it back another day.
We will talk about the birds next time, but we should probably wrap this up because
it's getting long.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we don't want to get to. We're at 39 minutes right now.
Okay,
so
we better stop before 40.
Thank you for watching, everybody that did, and everybody that will.
We're gonna try to start doing this again. We're gonna try to get.
If Joe Carrion has his way, you will see us with mics, and we will do a YouTube channel.
We'll try to do it.
But we wanted to just. I don't know. We both were kind of itching to do this again, so we just kind of jumped in today.
We did
And Joe's probably going to yell at both of us.
We did the Can't homepage and
sorry.
got a lot out of that and really enjoyed that.
We did. And we both miss it.
We do. You know what I mean? So we're going to...
so maybe we'll talk about that someday.
Yeah, we're going to... And Joe's got a new podcast, Joe Carry On.
That drops,
The Average Joe Show.
The Average Joe Show drops on July 15th.
Yes. And
he's
I'm
offered
excited.
us a studio, but I kind of want to do... I want you to feel like you're in our home.
Yeah.
That's why we started this. We started this so you felt like you came over to house and we were chatting over dinner.
Right.
Or we don't drink, but
I'm
over,
excited
over coffee and soda.
I'm excited to see Joe's show, and I'd like to be on it, some too.
Yeah.
And
we told him we would go on it if he wants us to.
I'm excited for him. He's got a really nice studio set up. He's got
beautiful.
a really nice equipment. Yeah, it's gonna be impressive. I encourage you to go watch it, seriously. Yeah.
July 15th, we'll both promote it once it hits. And I don't know what this is gonna turn into, but we're excited to be back, and we're just gonna kind of wing it. I don't know.
I'm gonna try not to be as political and conspiracial. Conspiratorial. Yeah.
You're not gonna wear your tin hat.
I'll try not to wear my tin hat too much.
Okay.
Too much.
We'll see how that goes as the political, as the voting time starts to shorten. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
I hope you enjoyed.
Have a great night.
Have a great
4th of July.
Yes, great 4th of July.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.